What up, everyone? Hopefully, your week is going well. In today's podcast, I'm going to talk about an important topic, and that is how normies look at Bitcoin. And all I got to say, guys, is everyone right now seems to be talking more about Bitcoin. I mean, it's up pretty obvious. The price is up several 100% over the past couple of years. Actually, just over the past 7-8 months, it's up over 150, almost 200%. And the thing that normies do more than anything is they look at it through the price gains lens. So price, price, price. They don't care about the fundamentals. In fact, they care about the short-term profits and what they can cash out for fiat money. In fact, a lot of them, I was funny, I was texting a group chat that I'm in, and I said, hey, like, when would you guys sell? And then they were like, well, when would you sell, Paul? And I said, never. I would never sell. Not even at 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, or infinity, because at the end of the day, this is a bearer asset that you can use anywhere in the world. And it's a real money that will eat up everything essentially over time. And that's my belief. Who knows if it'll happen, but I think it could honestly do that, as it's already kind of proven that over the past couple of years. Now, people still look at it as a cryptocurrency. I was just talking to someone, kind of a colleague in a way, and I was talking to them, and they were like, oh yeah, like, you're still into crypto? You like crypto? And people like look at Bitcoin as crypto. But it's funny, all those people, they went out in hibernation for years. And they're only in it when people are making money. Once when the season's over, they're going to go away and they're not going to be seen for miles for years. What's funny is all those people, none of them made 300% plus in gains. All of them are, they kind of perk their ears once when they hear, oh, Bitcoin's going up. So I find it funny that they're the ones that set out to make the fiat gains the most, but the people that really make the biggest gains are those that hold the entire time and have strong conviction in their beliefs. So it's kind of funny to see how that works out. But we've been seeing explosive prices due to the ETF demand on the upside and the downside. For example, today we went from $69,000, all-time highs, and there was a flash crash within a matter of 30 minutes to an hour down to $59,000. This happened so quick. I saw at one point, I think it was down 11%, maybe a little more. But the point is, these ETFs are tremendously helpful on the upside and the downside. So, I think potentially we're going to see more cooling and sideways tradings over the next couple of weeks. But hey, I could be wrong. The only reason I say this is there's just been so much euphoria. I look at today as a cooling event where, it was getting really, really red hot. The stock market in the United States crashed. And I don't know if that helps correlate with Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin fully diverges yet from the stock market. But essentially, the crash, actually, it must have been pretty painful for a lot of people, because once when it unwound fast. So I think, this today was actually a cooling event, and hopefully we see more of these. Hopefully we can actually even see, a consolidation to $50,000 or a little bit less. The bottom line is this, though. Supply is tight. In Wall Street, they can see that. They can see long-term holders, for the most part, have the conviction to hold. And if people aren't parting with their Bitcoin, then it's going to cause the supply, or it'll cause the demand to go up. And if the supply is going down, we're going to see positive price action. So today was a unique day, because it's funny. I wrote this script yesterday, and now a lot of things are different. I said stocks and alts are pumping. Yes, they were pumping. Today was a big day on the downside, but the bottom line is this: dollar cost average. If you look at your wallet and you see how much money you're down, it's going to be painful. I'll tell you, it is painful. It's like I could have bought a really nice car today for the amount of money I lost, but that's not how I look at it. At the bottom line is it's still a new asset. It's still in the price discovery phase, and I think down the road it has a lot of momentum on the upside and downside. But the normies, they kind of just look at this as speculation. They kind of look at this as something that doesn't have real value, rather a wave that you can ride. And I think what people need to realize is the underlying benefits of it. What are the use cases of Bitcoin that give it its value? I just listened to a Teams or a Twitter Spaces meeting today, and I thought it was fascinating to hear Peter Schiff, who's very smart economically, who knows a lot about gold. He still is dismissive of the fact of Bitcoin. And this fascinates me because if he's so dismissive, well, why is that? Well, funny enough, Peter McCormick, the other Peter, he kind of countered him and said, man, I've been to 40 countries. I've seen the entire world, and I'll tell you this, you are wrong on all fronts. And he was going through all the use cases, from the mining, how it helped small villages, to the ability for people that have never had bank accounts to transact, to those that were suffering from extreme hyperinflation, to those that need to transmit value across the world. He went through each example and explained it to him. And guess what? He said, I'm not going to have this discussion, or he kind of ignored him and started playing a video game. So it's just one of those things where a lot of people, I don't think, have fully embraced it yet. And unfortunately, those are going to be the people that feel the burn the most. But I do think it is a disservice to those who are in positions of power and influence to make these statements about it, because they don't really know the asset, and they have special interests that guide their decisions. The way that normies look at Bitcoin is just through a price movement or a price action standpoint. Maybe they think they'll get rich, and that's how many people buy it. But really, what I encourage everyone to do is don't buy Bitcoin yet. Don't buy Bitcoin. Study it. Study the intricacies. Read books about it, like the Bitcoin Standard. Read Know Your Financial Privilege, or Hidden Repression, or Broken Money. I mean, I can go on about a list of 20 books, but the bottom line is, don't just get in for price. Because if you get in for price, you probably would have sold today. And who knows? What if it goes up to 100K tomorrow and you sold? There's so many examples, guys, of the price going from 25 cents a coin to 13 cents a coin. And people were like, oh, thank God I sold at 25 cents a coin, because if I would have held on, I would have lost half my value at 13 cents a coin. And what I don't think they understood there is that this thing is a monster, and it moves in degrees of magnitude. And you can't look at it like a traditional asset. And if you do, you may get burned. But overall, what do you guys think? Do you guys think normies look at Bitcoin through the wrong lens? And why do most normies not have Bitcoin in the first place? Are they kind of worried or frightened, or is it against what they know? You guys let me know what you think. But overall, at the end of the day, we got to be grateful for Bitcoin, because it's providing us so much more than gains. It's providing us a base layer money that we can transact with throughout the world. And in my next podcast, I'm going to talk about how it's Pac-Manning the world's largest currencies. But if you guys like this, please show some support. Please stream some sats over Fountain, or feel free to sign up on the Strike link. Anything is appreciated. Again, I love putting these together. This is my spark. This is my passion. It's what I love to do, and I'm going to keep doing it every day I can. Anyways, hopefully you guys have a good one. Sats Made is out.